My name's Andrew Richardson. I own the company Safari in Scotland. We're up here in Aberdeenshire just now, and we're going to introduce you to the sport of inland goose shooting. Throughout the winter months, I spend all my time as a professional goose guide in Aberdeenshire. I'm going to show you the techniques that I have gained over the previous 10 years that have been proven to be very, very successful. I aim to arrive on the field approximately 2 hours before sunrise. The reason for this is to set out a perfect decoy pattern and make a fantastic hide which the geese will not see us. To make the hide can take anything up to an hour. Normally the geese will start to arrive about 20 minutes before daylight, so everything has to be perfect and everything is done in the dark using spotlights. When I'm in the hide, we need very good discipline. The geese will see any movement at all, so the guns must be kept safely in your hands. No talking, no looking over the top of the hide, and everything must stay very, very still. The only person who's moving will be myself. I can move very, very slightly because I've got excellent camouflage clothing on. We wear a full face mask, and the geese normally will not see me. It's very important when the geese are coming in to select your own bird. Don't aim in the flock. This results in many, many wounded geese. And it is also important to try and aim at the head. Most people will aim at the body, and you see pellets taking feathers from the back ends. That means you're shooting far too far back. If you go 3 or 4 feet in front of the head, that will result in a dead goose every time. It's not deep. Come on, yes, yes. When I see a flock of geese arriving, I start to watch the lead bird. If he comes in with the wings curled like this, you don't need to use a call. The geese know exactly where they want to be. In with those decoys. I wait until the geese are the most vulnerable. Maybe some landed on the ground, with the bulk of the geese with the wings curling in, feet down. Most mornings I will drive to the loch. I will wait for the geese to start to fly away from the loch. They'll be heading inland to feed. Sometimes this may take a 20 or 30 mile journey. Eventually I will see the geese dropping onto a field. I will then go and find a high spot in the area and sit and watch the geese. I will watch the way they are feeding. If all the heads are down and the geese are not moving too fast across the field, I know there's a lot of food on there, and that is the critical thing. I'll probably have permission to shoot on the field, and subject to wind conditions and the weather conditions, I will know whether that is a good field to shoot on for the next morning. Myself and Mark will spend up to 6-7 hours per day looking for fields. It wouldn't be unusual for us to have maybe 6, 7, 8 fields full of geese. During the evening, myself and Mark will talk about each field. We'll look at the weather forecast to see which way the wind will be coming in, and then we will talk about where we're going to put the hide. And from this we will pick out the best fields, in our opinion, which we'll shoot the next morning. It's very, very important that you spend most of the daylight hours looking for these fields. I'm just looking at the moon just now. As you can see, there's very, very little. This will mean that the geese will fly quite early, I hope. When there's a full moon, these pinkfoot geese, they will feed under the moon. And when they're feeding under the full moon, they'll go back to the loch probably 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And they just sit on there all day, and then they come off in drips and drabs, and you still might be flighting geese at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it looks perfect for this morning. No moon. After we've shot at the geese, hopefully there are 1 or 2, 3 geese dead on the ground. It's very, very important to go out and collect these geese. The reason for this is there might be a goose on his back which is showing his belly. There might be a wounded goose which needs dispatched humanely straight away. I normally run out myself and collect the geese from the decoys.